Hey guys, welcome to Marvel Tins. We all know that our human race evolves with the advancement of technology. Since the beginning of history, great minds kept coming with even greater ideas. Although many of these ideas see the light of the day, most of them get abandoned in the path of history. Today we are counting down for our picks of top 10 most amazing abandoned technologies. So let's go. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10, Rotary Wing System. In 1965, the California-based Hiller Aircraft Company claimed to have designed a massive helicopter capable of not only carrying the first stage of Saturn V rockets, but also catching one in midair while it was falling. The diameter of the rotor alone would be larger than a football field in the United States. Stan Hiller, the company's owner and investor of the idea, wrote to NASA requesting funding for his invention, which he referred to as the Rotary Wing System for booster recovery. The only remaining trace of this concept is a small-scale working model that hangs from the ceiling in the company's museum. Number 9, SMX-26. In 2012, the French Naval Technology Group was very excited about concepts for a completely new type of submarine known as the SMX-26. This futuristic-looking and oddly shaped marine craft were rumored to be capable of patrolling areas where other submarines cannot. The SMX-26 would thrive in water less than 50 feet deep and can be submerged for up to a month with no ill effects to the ship or the crew who lived abroad. Despite getting everyone excited with their 2012 announcement and artist impressions, they have yet to deliver. Number 8, Hovercraft. In the late 1950s, the Curtiss-Wright Corporation of America developed the Curtiss-Wright Model 2500 air car. This was a deadly serious vision of the future of transportation at the time. The air car could carry a driver and 4 passengers and was lifted on a cushion of air by two 180 horsepower aircraft engines that used air ducts on the side of the vehicle to maneuver. Unfortunately, the public never fell in love, so the concept died by 1961. Number 7, DARPA project. Being the first revealed its ambition design in 2010 when it was unveiled as the DARPA Disc Rotator helicopter with an unusual design. Boeing hoped to combine the high altitude and speed capabilities of a plane with the landing control and hovering ability of a helicopter. Boeing had been working on the design since 2008 and had stated that wind tunnel testing would begin in 2011. But here we are in 2021 and there is no sign of it. Number 6, Lexus Origami Car. Unveiled in 2015, this is the world's first and possibly only origami car made almost entirely of cardboard. The lightweight aluminum frame and electric motor are the only non-cardboard components. It was created to demonstrate that if designers are willing to think outside the box, it is possible to make vehicles that are more environmentally friendly. The design and construction work on the Lexus took 3 months and a team of 5 people to complete. Number 5, Flying Aircraft Carrier. If history had turned out differently, aircraft carrier might have looked like a massive airship similar to the doomed USS Macon. It's unfair to label this failed prototype because it has remained in service for nearly 2 years after it debuted in March 1933. However, after a disastrous crash in 1935, it was abandoned and no replacement was built because it was determined that the use of airships of this type is simply too dangerous. The Macon could transport 5 single-seater Sparrowhawk planes at the same time, or a fleet of a 2-seater Y-1 biplanes instead. Number 4, Flying Submarine. Throughout the 20th century, both the United States and the Soviet Union were constantly looking for new military ideas to give them advantage over their main rivals, which led to the design and partial development of several experimental military designs, including a flying submarine by the Russians. It was almost a success. The first idea for a Russian flying submarine came in the 1930s when engineer Boris Butakov drew up the first potentially viable blueprint for such a device, which appeared to be fundamentally sound but expensive and difficult to develop. Between 1945 and 64, the Americans made numerous unsuccessful attempts to develop their own flying submarine, before finally developing the Lockheed Martin Commemorative in 2006. Number 3, Hughes XH-17. During the middle of the 20th century, Howard Hughes was involved in the design of many experimental aircrafts, including the Hughes XH-17. The first helicopter his Hughes Aircraft Company attempted to build. The 134-foot diameter, 2-bladed rotor system still holds the world record for the largest working rotor system ever built. The vehicle was a success in many ways. It could fly and was reasonably safe, but it was a gross weight of 50,000 pounds, made it cumbersome and inefficient in terms of power. Number 2, Lance Farrick L5. In the 21st century, we have a pretty good idea of what a tank looks like. There was no such thing as a standardized idea in the 20s. Almost every advanced military force in the world was working feverishly to develop a dependable large armored vehicle to use on the battlefield. Their designs, however, were vastly different. Sweden with the Lance Farrick L5 was arguably the first country to come close to designing what we'd recognize as a tank by modern standards. Despite its obvious promise, and the fact that it met almost all the criteria that would have been expected of a tank at the time, the machine was never tested on the battlefield. Number 1, VVP-6. In the 1960s, military minds were still experimenting with the capabilities of helicopters. A company called Yakolov devised a concept known as the VVP-6, While it appeared to be a massive helicopter, the flying machine was actually a flying surface-to-air missile platform with rotors capable of vertical takeoff as well as landing. So guys, that was it for the video. What do you think about our video? Let us know in the comments below. As always, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next one.